Hi, welcome to another vlog here at Supernaturally Healthy. I am Kezzy Hall, a health coach and blogger and recipe creator and general food geek. And today I'm going to talk to you about raw cacao. Now, a lot of you, if you've been following my recipes and looking at the different things I'm giving you, will have noticed that I've made a switch from just using standard cocoa powder to raw cacao powder. And so today I just wanted to explain quickly a bit about that, why it is, and if you're ever in health food shops or anything like that, you'll see all this like raw chocolate and raw cacao and cacao nibs, and it can just be a bit confusing because surely chocolate's just chocolate? No? So raw cacao, basically, what it means is your standard chocolate bar that you would pick up from the shop has obviously been heavily processed, and all the cocoa or the cacao, everything from the original bean has been quite heavily processed and heated up at very high temperatures, which actually means a lot of its natural kind of nutrient density is massively decreased. So when people talk about having like raw cacao, cacao nibs or cacao powder or raw chocolate, what they're saying is they're like consuming a chocolate or a food or a cacao product that hasn't been heated up really above about 45 degrees, and it's been very carefully and slowly processed so that all the natural nutrient density is really kept in the product itself. So cocoa powder and cacao powder are both good for you, and so I think, and you'll have heard lots of research about how dark chocolate is good because of antioxidants, and actually it's really good for the heart and all these different things, so that is still true. But when you go for raw cacao products, actually it's almost like this greater truth of the nutrients and the benefits for you are even greater and stronger and more intense, and it's more beneficial for your body. So often when you make cocoa powder, just plain cocoa powder that you could get at the shop, often it's been heated up a lot, it's been defatted, so all the natural lipids that are in the cocoa have been stripped out, and often it can be cleansed with a potassium carbonate, in part of that like processing, the process of it, which is not great. Whereas the benefits of raw cacao, and why I've mostly switched from cocoa powder to raw cacao, is just has various different things. So one of the main ones is that it is full of magnesium. So you'll have known a while back talking a couple of posts about why magnesium is so good for you. I'll put a link for it underneath here. But most of us are deficient in it due to farming methods and just a lack of nutrient now in the foods that we have. And actually cacao in its raw form has actually loads and loads of magnesium in, and magnesium is really important for heart health, for sleeping, for hormones, for blood pressure, for loads of different things, so it's a great source for that. It's also really high in antioxidants, so if you go for raw cacao products, actually when you compare it to say just cocoa powder has on average something like 500 milligrams per 100 grams of kind of antioxidants. This is a very rough and average numbers, whereas cacao powder has 10,000 milligrams per 100 grams, and so you can see the difference in terms of antioxidants. Antioxidants are massively useful for the body in terms of aging, repairing, health, healing, all those different kind of things. But that's kind of a post in itself, really, talking about antioxidants, which I will do for you. Another good thing is for brain health. They talk about having dark chocolate can actually really help with mood and all that kind of thing, and actually cacao is even more so. It has loads of amazing things in it that really help to boost mood and kind of brain health. Often they say our neurotransmitters will decrease with age, and actually when you're younger, that's when they're most kind of around in your body, which is why kids tend to be a bit happier, because often these different types of neurotransmitters you can get are linked with that feeling of kind of happiness and increased mood, as well as alertness and focus and all that kind of thing. And actually raw cacao has loads of different things in it. I could go into it all now, but it would probably take me a while. But in general, it's really good for brain health, as well as a natural mood lifter. It has a really good serotonin and dopamine levels in it that really help to increase mood. It's also a great source of B vitamins as well. So B vitamins is actually just like an umbrella word that we use for loads of different types of minerals. Sorry, not minerals, vitamins. Which is, and it is really important for energy and overall health, and especially mood and depression and all that kind of things. It's also energy boosting. It's got a very raw cacao and cocoa has a small amount of caffeine in, and it is good for boosting energy. It's also got things like iron and manganese, which again really help you just to generate loads of energy, and has lots of other natural kind of stimulants in to just kind of help you feel awake, which is brilliant, which is why I would often have like a lot of like cocoa instead of a coffee. I'd maybe have a bit of a cocoa drink or cocoa in my smoothie in the morning, and it just makes a total, you know, just kind of helps pick things up. So those are just a few things of why raw cacao is all the rage, and everyone's talking about raw chocolate and raw this, and it's actually because it's a much more nutrient dense food, and you get a lot more punch for your tablespoon of cacao. So hopefully that has demystified it a bit for you, and you're no longer thinking like, what is cacao? Have people just spelt it wrong? What is with food companies not being able to spell? No, it's an actual thing, and it will, and it will really help your body. I put a link below to the one that I use, and I love it, and it tastes amazing as well. I use it often in like my brownies and smoothies and all that kind of thing. But if you have any questions, then leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, thank you for joining me, and I will see you another time soon. Bye.